What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're doing something a little bit different. We're outside with the GoPro because we're going to be working on the Monster Quad. We're going to be taking those stock 2.8 tires off and replacing them with Maxxis Grifters. These are 2.5, they're a little bit small. I just wanted something that was thinner and maybe a little bit easier to roll on the road. So let's go get these guys swapped out. Just as fast as it rained. It's a little sunnier now. It was enough to make me move though. So as you can see, here's the differences between the two. There's the Grifter. You can kind of see the 2.8 to the 2.5. So I'm going to use this opportunity to kind of clean everything there. If you take a look, you can kind of see all the rust that's on the bolts for the disc brakes. It's kind of one of the things living in Hawaii, like everything rusts. All right, I'm gonna have to wrap this up because it is raining again, but I got the tires on. Maybe I'll finish this up, do another comparison tomorrow. Yeah, I gotta get going. It is day 2 of swapping out the tires. Now, there's no way this thing should have taken that long. It's just that yesterday I started it at like 5 in the afternoon. I got rained on twice, so I had to pull the bike in 2 times to get it out of the rain, and then it got too dark. And so today I'm just tightening up some bolts. I'm gonna adjust the rotors for the disc brakes because they're rubbing, and then just making sure the tire pressure is all good. So let's finish this up. It's not touching, it's not rubbing anymore, so that's good. The tubes, looks like I didn't pinch the tubes at all. The tire's pretty solid. So I pulled out the bike stand because it's much easier to work on the brakes. But you can kind of hear the brakes rub, and so I picked this tool up. I have this from AliExpress, which is kind of like a Chinese Amazon. You stick that in there so that when you squeeze the calipers, it kind of puts the perfect space between your pads and your rotor. So you loosen these guys up. Right. So the thought is you loosen these 2 bolts up, and then you squeeze your brake, and then you tighten those things up, and it should be good to go. Now that that's been tightened up, you just take this tool out and you don't have any rubbing. So no rubbing. And this thing is cheap. This thing is only like $1 or $2. And you can get this on AliExpress. They're super cheap. If you go online to like Amazon, you can probably pick this up for a couple bucks. But if you're okay with waiting for stuff to ship from China, it's much cheaper to get it from AliExpress. So another thing I suggest is you guys pick something like this up. This is from Ryobi. It's basically just an air pump that uses the battery. It's one of the best things that I've bought for pumping up tires. Because what it does is it has kind of like a tire gauge on the back, and it's just there you go. So taking the Grifters out for a spin. There's still a wide tire. It's just not as wide as the 2.8s. All right, quick update. It's been about 2 weeks since I put the tires on, and I like them so far. I really, really like the tires. They're thinner, of course, than the 2.8s, naturally, but I think for the Monster Quad, it still fits as a larger tire, and it's just, I don't know, I just felt it was a little easier to maneuver on the road. One thing I noticed though with these tires is that it kicks up a lot of gravel. So tiny little pieces of gravel, for whatever reason, these tires just seem to kick it up way, way more than the stock tires for some reason. I don't know if it's the compound is a little softer. I have no idea, but I just noticed that. The other thing is I already got a flat. Yeah, so the other day on riding, I ran over something a little sharp. I could hear it in the tire, hit the ground every time the tire spun. So I stopped, took a look at it, and it was a tiny little shard of, I don't know, it was plastic, some hard plastic or something. Pulled it out. I didn't really think too much of it. Didn't seem like it was bothering the tire at all. I went on the rest of my ride. I actually did a 10-mile ride that day, and came back home, put the bike away. Later on that day, pulled out the bike again and noticed, wow, the tire's flat. So I'm gonna have to go and patch it now. So I don't know, maybe that would have happened anyway with the stock tires. But still, I really like the tires. I think they kind of match the Monster Quad, and maybe you might like them too. So let me know in the comments if you got them, what you think of it. And if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and consider subscribing. I try to post a new video each week. And until next time, take care of one another, be safe, and aloha.